I'm Sarah Gore, and this is Open House NYC. This week, it's all about Southern hospitality. We're in Georgia at singer-songwriter Kandi Burris's chic and modern Atlanta home. He gave America one of its proudest songs. See why Lee and Kim Greenwood are just as proud of their Nashville home. And we're taking a trip to the coast of South Carolina to visit Olympic gold medalist Tara Lipinski's serene retreat. But first, it's Southern charm at its finest as we tour the Tennessee home of country music legend T.G. Shepard. This is our music room.
And today, we have invited a lot of country legends by to do a little singing for you.
You're watching Open House NYC. Today I'm coming to you from a charming apartment on Fifth Avenue. It features floor-to-ceiling windows where you enjoy panoramic views of Central Park and the city skyline. With more than 2,300 square feet of living space, this 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath apartment is the perfect place to call home. We begin our journey in Hendersonville, Tennessee, which is just a few miles outside of Nashville. We stop by the home of country music legend T.G. Shepard and his wife Kelly Lang. After working his way through the record industry, Shepard emerged in the mid-70s as one of country music's leading pop singers. His roots in the music industry are deep. In fact, he formed a close personal relationship with Elvis Presley, and over the course of his career had 15 #1 hits. As soon as you enter their home, you'll immediately feel the warmth. See what I mean?
Hi, I'm T.G. Shepard, and this is my wife.
I'm Kelly Lang, and you'll see scampering around on the floor our 2 puppies, Sandy and Bentley. Hendersonville is a wonderful little town, and there's a lot of country artists that reside in this area, and we just feel right at home. So come on in, we'll show you around. We wanted our home to feel like a big warm hug when you first walked in, and that happens right here. I personally fell in love with the marble floors, and I loved the tall ceilings, which is perfect for our 20-foot Christmas tree. We're now in our main living room area that we had hoped to make a real romantic feel when you walk in, and we wanted a great big couch where we could have everybody just kind of come and be able to sit together. And we had a lot of conflict regarding the gold velvet drapes in here. He kept saying they were orange. I say they're gold. What do you think?
What am I? I'm half colorblind.
Half? This is our master bedroom. When TG and I come in off of a long time on the road, we love to come here and just relax. For TG and I, we keep a Christmas tree up all year round because every day is like Christmas to us. I am very happy to say that I am a 10-year breast cancer survivor. And one of our favorite things in the house is a beautiful portrait done by a friend of ours when my hair was just starting to grow back in. Each time I pass it, I don't know, I feel a little bit more brave each day.
This is actually the office, but I call it my memory room. I come in here and take a look at the memories in here. Whew. It's like taking a trip back in time. We have a lot of sing-alongs in this house, a lot of music. Today I've invited a few friends by to kind of finish out our little tour of the house, and they're over at the other end. I mean, some very legendary singers.
This is our music room.
And today, we have invited a lot of country legends by to do a little singing for you. Mr. John Conley, the beautiful Miss Lori Morgan, the beautiful Miss Jeannie Seeley, our piano maestro today, Mr. Tim Atwood, and the latest induction to the Country Music Hall of Fame, Mr. Jim Ed Brown. And this is as good a place as any to end our tour today.
Thanks for being in our home.
Hit it, Jim.
That was such a beautiful home, and how lucky are we that we got to capture that little jam session. TG Shepard is currently on tour. You can visit tgshepard.com for information on dates and locations. We've got so much more ahead on our tour of homes in the South. Stick around to check out the charming home of another country crooner, Lee Greenwood, and Kandi Burruss shows her modern take on Southern charm, while Tara Lipinski brings a touch of Paris to her South Carolina retreat. We'll be right back. Open House NYC is sponsored in part by K. Hovnanian Homes. Have the best of all worlds with K. Hovnanian Homes. Visit khov.com today. Welcome back to Open House. Today we're taking you on a tour of amazing homes in the South. Our next stop takes us to the Atlanta home of Kandi Burruss. Kandi is not only a Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter, she's also a savvy businesswoman and a cast member on Bravo's Real Housewives of Atlanta. On the show, fans have seen just a small glimpse of her modern home. Now Kandi is sharing the story behind how the interior design all came together.
Hello everybody, my name is Kandi Burruss Tucker, and you are in my house. You know, you just might know me from the show Real Housewives of Atlanta, and on the show you've actually had a chance to see my house a few times, but today I'm going to take you on a more in-depth tour of my home so you can catch some details that you probably didn't see on the show. I love music, so this is one of my favorite rooms in the house. It's the piano room. And I didn't want it to be just any old piano room. We actually wrapped the piano with red crocodile print, which also reminds me that my walls and my ceiling are also crocodile. These chairs are an example of what you can do with something old and make it new again. We found them on Craigslist. They were beat up, and we just redid them. I wanted to keep the color going, so I wanted you to check out some of my paintings. But the cool thing about this one painting is that if you take this magnifying glass, you will see that the lining of the dress and around the silhouette is a poem, and you can read it, which makes it a great talking point when friends and family come over. Let's walk across to the dining room, where my biggest challenge was finding my dining room table. So I drove all the way to North Carolina, the furniture capital of the world, and I found it on clearance, which really makes it my favorite. I really do love to entertain, so it was very important to me to have just an area where everybody can sit and chill. That's why I love this big couch. I had to find something that was gonna be big enough to fill up the room and that I could just have all my friends over and we can sit in the same area. Another prominent piece in my living room, it has to be this table. You can't really find a huge coffee table like this anywhere. So my decorator, she found a dining room table that was really, really big, and she had the legs chopped off. I know that fuchsia may sound like an outrageous color, but in this room it really works. And my designer took it to the next level because she added that color in the pillows as well as the artwork behind me. This is another member of the family. This is Georgia. And now that she's here, I've got to go because she wants all of my attention. Bye, guys.
You'll see more of Kandi, her growing family, and the rest of the cast of The Real Housewives of Atlanta soon. Still ahead, wait until you see Olympic gold medalist Tara Lipinski's charming South Carolina home. That and more after the break. Open House is sponsored in part by the Artmore Hotel. Located in the heart of Atlanta's vibrant cultural arts district, this boutique gem combines Spanish Mediterranean architecture with modern details. It features luxury suites, the chic studio bar and cocktail garden, an enchanting courtyard, and more. The Artmore Hotel is a destination for locals and travelers alike. To plan your visit, head to artmorehotel.com. You're watching Open House. Now we're heading 25 miles southwest of Charleston, South Carolina to Tara Lipinski's oceanfront home. She became the youngest gold medalist in ladies figure skating at the 1998 Winter Olympics. Tara is now an analyst for NBC Sports, an avid blogger, and a lover of interior design. Take a look at how she transformed this retreat into her dream home.
Hi, I'm Tara Lipinski. Welcome to my home by the ocean on Kiowa Island, South Carolina. There's a ton to see, so follow me and I'll show you my home. The architecture of the house itself I would describe as Southern with a touch of Victorian. Very coastal. But when I was designing this, I really wanted the stairs to give the effect of a grand entrance, but still have a very Southern feeling. So those wide swept porches that keep that Southern charm. The moment you walk in, you can immediately see the color scheme I was going for, the seaside colors, light blue, pastel yellow. And the entrance, we had to keep it grand. We have the double staircases leading up to the second floor. But let's check this out. So this is a beach house. We spend most of our time outdoors. But if we bring the party indoors, this is where we go. It's right off the foyer. You have a pool table, jukebox, and of course a beer tap. What else could you want? Now let me take you upstairs and we'll check out the formal living room. We are now in my formal living room, and as you can see, I love windows. If I could have every wall in this room a window, I would. The main attraction is obviously the ocean, so the view is incredible from here. Oh, one other great thing. In the fireplace, we carved the Olympic rings and '98, of course, the year I won in Nagano. I don't have very many mementos that I keep from my skating career, but every once in a while, we'll add a touch. Now before we head into the master bedroom, I wanted to show you a cool touch that we added. This is the Nagano flower, the symbol of my Olympics that we etched and inlaid into the floor here. Just a little fun fact. Now we're in Paris. So the hallway to my master bedroom starts here. And this has a great story because when I was 19, I spent 2 months in Paris and I brought home so many memories that I took all my pictures and an artist came in and recreated this hallway to make it look like we were in France. We have a little kitchen over here. We added the cobblestone for effect. So we have a little touch of Paris on Kiowa Island. Sometimes I can't believe that I'm so lucky to be able to wake up into this incredible view, but this is my bedroom, and the shabby chic motif has continued. We have all the slip-covered furniture. My bed, I love a lot of pillows, very relaxing and comfortable, but for my pieces, again, back to the antiques. One of them was this armoire. I love the shell design at the top. I thought it would match perfectly in this room, all the muted colors. I can honestly say this is my dream bedroom. Now let me take you outside and show you the grounds. And this is why I chose Kiowa Island. My home is my sanctuary, but this is what it's about. Look at this beach, this water. Thank you guys for joining me on this tour. Glad you stopped by.
To get more inspiration from Tara Lipinski, visit her blog at essentiallytara.com, where she shares tips on fashion, food, and home design. Up next from South Carolina, we're heading back to Nashville to tour the home of country crooner Lee Greenwood. We'll see you after this short break.
Open House is brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back. We're crisscrossing the South, taking you on a tour of some amazing homes. Now we're heading back to Nashville to visit the home of country singer Lee Greenwood. Lee's patriotic, iconic hit God Bless the USA has been hailed as one of the most recognizable songs in the country. He's released more than 30 albums and charted 7 #1 songs. Now join Lee and his wife Kim on a tour of their home.
Hi there, I'm Lee Greenwood, and this is my beautiful bride, Kim.
Welcome to our home in historic Franklin, Tennessee. We're a little south of Nashville. We lived here 10 years, so y'all come on in. Our design concept for our home was really Southern elegance. We wanted to be beautiful, but really comfortable and inviting for all of our guests. And I love how when you walk in, you're immediately in the heart of the house. Let's continue on to the living room.
Sounds good.
Just off the entryway is one of the most important focal points of our home, our piano.
You know, it makes me proud, Kim. The piano sits right in the middle of the house where it bridges between the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen, and it's sort of the heart of the house. But let me play you a song, if I can, that's the heart of my music. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Well, haven't done that very often, particularly with my wife sitting next to me. All right, let's move on. We're in the living room right now.
And this is a great room where we gather with family and friends. We love all the natural light, the marble fireplace, a tapestry that we picked up on a vacation years ago, and it's just a warm, inviting space.
And we love being in here with our son, Parker, and enjoying a movie, having some popcorn.
As we walk into the master suite, these built-in cabinets gave us a perfect place to showcase a lot of Lee's awards and memorabilia.
You know, speaking about the memories which we have shared together over the 30 years of my career, you'll see the CMA Awards displayed for Male Vocalist of the Year, pictures of my friends Anne Murray, Larry Gatlin, Chris Christopherson, even Willie Nelson. These are great things to remember.
We even have a photo of Lee with George Bush on Air Force One.
After traveling over 30 years on a bus, it's nice to come home and have a place of peace. And I tell you what, my wife has done such a great job of making this a peaceful place in the house.
We love the architectural details of the house, like the triple crown molding and the double tray ceiling. But my favorite thing are our mementos from our travels, and of course our wedding photograph here as well. We've had a lot of family memories in this area, and I particularly love the USA in the shallow end of the pool.
Yeah, that's in red, white, and blue. It kind of represents what we both do. She worked for Miss USA. I wrote USA.
Thank you so much for joining us here at our home in historic Franklin, Tennessee.
Yeah, we've had an awesome day. Thanks for visiting with us.
Lee Greenwood is currently celebrating the release of his new children's book, Proud to be an American. It's definitely worth checking out. Coming up next, we are wrapping up our tour in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The final stop on our tour takes us to Louisville, Kentucky. Interior designer Lee Robinson is a perfect blend of Park Avenue meets Southern hospitality. He often blends different styles and eras to create the perfect design for his clients. Lee takes us on a tour of his own home, affectionately called the Malvern House.
Hello, I'm Lee W. Robinson, interior designer, and this is my home, Malvern House, my old Kentucky home. Come on inside and I'll show you my secrets. In English country houses, particularly Georgian houses, the foyer like this, they were always done with limestone block walls and black and white marble floors. And that was because you came in from the elements, from a great hunt or whatever. They always had these rooms almost hose down shape so that everything could be cleaned up pretty easily. That's why the foyers had the stone in them. With the dining room, my approach was to keep the integrity of the house together. So I didn't want to strip the room of all of its paneling and all of its different layers of molding. But I wanted to brighten it up and make it more current. So I put a fabric on the walls, a butter yellow moire on the walls, and none of the moldings would pop out. So now you can see the different layers of crown molding and the moldings above the doors. The drawing room is an English term for basically a living room, or it's where a crowd gathers after dinner. This room is great because it's got dark paneling, and with the bookcases around, it kind of deformalizes it a bit. But I'll tell you, we didn't have enough books to fill all the bookcases, so we cheated a little bit and took a lot of the family dessert sets and plates that the family's eaten off of for years, and we just put them up in the bookcases to add a pop of color. As you can see, it's about the flow here in Malvern House. We're back in the foyer. Hope you've enjoyed your visit here, Malvern House, my old Kentucky home, a Kentucky thoroughbred, and my family's house.
That's all for now. We hope you enjoyed the show featuring Southern hospitality at its finest. Before you go, I'm excited to tell you about a movement here at Open House, and we want you to be a part of it. Check out my Breakfast with Open House videos on Facebook every weekend morning and share what you're having with us. That way you can join Open House for breakfast. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.